Alrighty, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Serving Nerve, where we talk about whatever we want, and today we're going to be going through J Bay Official. She is on YouTube, and she has a lot of YouTube shorts talking about fat liberation, and I kind of want to just go into some of these like little videos and see what she has to talk about and see if, she's based or if she's built on distaste. So yeah, let's just get into this. This video is called Fuel Fat Liberation in 2025, Support the Movement for Body Equality.
Hey friends, I'm here today with something a little different, and I'm gonna be real with you for a minute. As you all know, I've been on this journey for a long time, fighting for fat liberation, challenging fat phobia, and pushing for better representation.
I have to say this already, no shade, but shade. The argument for fat liberation and body inclusivity and all that stuff, it seems to be exclusively a Western world social justice movement. It doesn't seem to be that she's like calling out like legitimate like homophobia, racism, sexism, actual bigotry that might be maybe a concern in this day and age. She's just arguing on the basis of fat liberation, which is fine if it's a cause that you find is worth your time, but what does that mean? What does fat liberation mean? What does, body neutrality, body positivity, what does this mean? And what do you want the masses to do in order to accommodate your requests, your needs? If it's just that you want society, like, skinny people or normally weighted people to accommodate for you and or for people to kind of bend the knee to you in regards to your requests, I think it's kind of a ridiculous thing to expect from people, especially for people who have their own lives. They have to make money, they have to, maybe support their own families, they have to take care of what they have to take care of, and at the end of the day, your, social justice movement might not be their priority. So I just have to ask, because every time I see these videos on fat acceptance, fat liberation, I always have this one blaring question, and that is, what do you want from people? Or what do you want people to do to accommodate for you and fulfill your requests regarding, like, your movement? What is your movement all about, and what do you want people to do? If it's about the typical, fat acceptance, word policing, victimhood complex type dealios, I don't think a lot of people are going to be for it. I understand where other social justice movements get like their ideas, their notions, and what they want from people. I don't understand why this movement exists, which is a serious question I have.
Especially in travel, healthcare, and mental health. But I need to be honest with you. I've never asked for donations before, but I've been putting so much of myself into this work. Time, energy, and even my own well-being. I've hit a point where I can't keep doing it all on my own. And that's why I'm reaching out. If you've ever felt like my content has resonated with you, or if you believe in this mission, I'm asking for your help. Your donations are going to fund a lot of important work.
See, this is something else I get annoyed with. When people ask for online donations, and no shade because she's got her own thing she's doing or whatever, but I don't like asking people for money. Maybe that's because I grew up being like a massive pity case when I was a kid, and I did not want people to support me past that point of my life where I had the ability to go to work and make more money. And if this is such a passion for you, then go to work part-time, work a job, and then, do your thing when you can. That's what most people do. Most people, I think, don't make enough money to support the things they want to do in their life. They have to make it on their own. People start side gigs, they start businesses. If this is something that you're really passionate about, it's something you can do. But this is the first video that showed up on my feed about this girl, and it's her asking for money, which I think is a little bit like lame. I wish something else showed up first. What do I get out of it if I put money into this, What do I get from you, the creator, the content creator? What do I receive for my donations? That's something I want to ask. So if she answers that, that's great.
This is about all of us working to create a world where fat people feel seen, heard, and respected. Your donations will help gather real-world data on fat experiences in healthcare and travel. If you're able to donate or share, I can't thank you enough. We're in this together, and I believe it with all my heart that we can make a difference. Let's make 2025 the year we change the world for fat people.
I have to take issue with it because I just don't really understand what she means. If I donate to this person, that doesn't really answer where my donations are going to. Like, you're getting data for me, real world data, but that's all I've gathered, but it's not like specific, so I don't know. But I just want to go into the comments because I peeked on the comments and people are just tearing into her, which is kind of sad. The comments are kind of mean, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, I would not comment this to these kinds of people. Even if I disagree with her mission, I wouldn't comment this kind of stuff. It's kind of mean, but it's like, believe me, you're seen. We see you. Most of us wish we didn't, though. As a fat man, no one owes us anything special. If we want to improve our lives, we need to improve ourselves. That was actually kind of a good comment. Hard to miss ya. You are definitely seen. Bro, with girl, what do you need money for? You're not starting a business. You know, I'm sorry, I have to call out the grammar in these TikTok comments is really bad, but I have to agree with, like, what are we getting from this money? You know, what are we putting in and what are we getting out of it? Because that's why people donate. People want to see a positive change, and a lot of people do donate money that they find is towards a good cause, like helping to feed homeless people or support families that are under financial strain, or to help, you know, with rights issues in other countries. If there's a real mission there, that's great. But what is it that you want from people, and what do you want to give back? If you're more specific, people will be less mean about this kind of thing, you know? But again, fat liberation, that's something that you don't really need a lot of money to even push a message for. You just need a phone or a way to record like you're doing now with social media. So what's the actual thing that you need from these people? I think it's just money so that you can focus more on your mission and support yourself. I suspect that. No shade, because people do that all the time. People want donations so that they can go and maybe, you know, push their movement without having to work like a full-time job or something like that. But again, like, what do people get out of that? I don't really think they get anything out of that. I think they just get, you know, support to you, basically, which might be suboptimal for most people, especially if they don't agree with your mission. Somebody else says, yeah, donations for your McDonald's, Rip J. I understand what you're going through, and it is rough. Hopefully you will get donations, and I will try to donate to you after I get my allowance for the week. Somebody then replies, don't waste your money. She's a grifter. Look her up. And then somebody else comments, guys, why is everyone hating on her? Did she do something wrong? And then somebody replied, but I guess they deleted the reply, because then this person said, oh, ALR, thanks. I just wanted to know if she did something problematic. I don't know. So this is the problem. It's like sometimes the comments are a little disjointed. Why do people shame people for being fat? Like, it's just not funny. It doesn't help the world. Like, she said she is trying. It's not her fault, so we should help her and stop being rude, because it's not funny to some people. No shade. Like, I'm not trying to belittle this person, especially if she has something like she wants to kind of do some kind of reform. She wants to, you know, push a movement. She wants to do political reform, whatever the case is. I just don't believe that asking for money without having a clear reason why you need that money is good. I don't think it's going to actually get you the results that you want, and it's going to make you come off as people suspect, a grifter, even if you are not a grifter. So I think that even if she just put in the video, hey, I want to get this data, I need this much time off of work to get this done. If I do it, this could be the result. Will you support me? I think a lot more people would be down for it. Hopefully, like, there's a little bit more of a clear-cut reasoning for what she wants, but I personally don't think that, as she says, collecting data for donations is good enough. I think she needs to provide something, even if it's just alternative content, like do a Patreon. A Patreon is a great example in this regard, because then she can be like, hey, support me on Patreon and I'll get you an extra video every week, or, you know, a video every day or whatever on Patreon. It'll just be a short video, but it'll be just showing you what I can do with your money. Like, I think that's a better idea, and it can garner you more audience support because you're giving something back to your audience as soon as they're donating, which I think would help. And also then you still make some money, you know? I think that's what a lot of content creators do. And so far, I don't know what she can do. All I see is her just, you know, making little videos. So I don't know, my people. I'm not here to be like mean to her and then belittle her in the comments, or like make jokes about her weight and whatever like some people are. I just think that you need a better reason to ask for money than to just, you know, collect data or, you know, not work, basically. Okay, we have another video from her, and this one is, this is the real reason fat people face systemic oppression. It's not health.
For too long, fat people have faced systemic oppression in healthcare, education, employment, and public spaces. But we're saying no more. The body justice movement is more than just a cause. It's a fight for freedom, dignity, and equality for fat individuals. At the center of this—
As an employer, I really wouldn't care if you're fat or you're skinny. I would care if you're certified, you have a track record of being able to do the job that you do, you have consistent employment at specific establishments, like say you have 3 years working for this company as a computer programmer. I'm probably going to hire you even if you're fat more than somebody who's just got like a digital marketing degree if my, services require somebody who's technically competent, who can do programming or, start, business plans or whatever the case is. I'm sorry I'm being so inconsistent. You can say no more by being as competent as an individual as you can. So I don't know. The thing I see with a lot of the people in the fat acceptance movement is they don't really want to just put the blame onto themselves for the position they're in. They want to blame other people and act like, oh, it's just systemic oppression.
This movement is the Fat Equality Bill of Rights, outlining the protections fat people need, and the Fat Accessibility Act, which will set standards for size inclusivity in every public sector. This isn't just about rights, it's about human rights. Join us in demanding a world where everybody is respected, valued, and seen. Sign the petition today at change.org/fatequality. Take the survey. Everything is linked up in my bio. Be part of the movement for body justice. Together, we can make the world a more inclusive place for all of us.
And also, what is this Bill of Rights? What rights do fat people not have that normal, skinny, or, normally weighted people have? Outside of, maybe dying of heart disease less consistently, higher rates of getting sick. The only thing in business I can imagine is if you have somebody who's fat getting sick more commonly and calling out more, that would be a problem. I don't want this person to be, holding my business back because they're fat, whatever. That's the only thing I can imagine. And also, there are certain things, you can't ask people for, their medical information as a business. There's all kinds of things that are already out there to prevent discrimination on a health basis or on a disability basis. So I'm just not sure exactly what this person wants. And this is something I've seen in the fat acceptance movement. It's what do you want? What do you need? So we're going to go through a few more of her videos in the next video that's going to be coming out, and we're going to see what else she has to say. Because, I don't really hate this person. I just don't really see, what she wants people to do and what change she wants to make and why she wants people to give her their money. So, yeah, that's it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And what do you think about all of this? So I hope y'all enjoyed, my people, and I'll see you all next time. It has been lovely. Slater.